Hey guys, so today I'm in my T67 and we are on Malinovka. Sorry, I nearly forgot the name of the map. And today we are platooned with Colonel Oddball from my clan. He's a good friend of mine and we're both on our T67s. And, you know, standard battle here. We're bottom tier, you know, tier 7 game. The worst game we can see. And right now I'm actually getting ice cream. Well, I was getting ice cream, but he didn't actually know that until probably 2 or 3 days ago when I told him that during this replay at the start I was getting my ice cream, and towards the end I was actually eating it. And well, you'll see what I mean when I'm eating it later, because there may or may not be plenty of time. But right here we come down to these bushes at this end to try to snipe anyone that's trying to sneak across the road at the end. So right now I say BRB in the chat to him, and right now I'm getting my ice cream because you know, you can't have ice cream without a spoon and whipped cream. So I was going to grab those, and then I'd put the whipped cream back away. But fortunately, where I sit, the fridge in the kitchen is only probably only like 5 feet away. So I sit here, and now I come back, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing what he's going towards. And unfortunately, the game doesn't, the replays don't capture your team battle chat, well, your platoon chat, which sucks, because I'd like to have you guys at least hear one side of the conversation that's going. But that's why I'm looking at my new computer. I want it to be able to A, play games, and B, record the games live, so that way I can live stream and such. But I haven't gotten to that point yet because I don't yet have my new computer. So that's going to be a while down the road. But anyways, back to the replay. Right here, we're coming up here because, oddly enough, we haven't spotted any enemy tanks going up this, which is quite odd considering we have a scout on the other side now. And we're running a bit late to the party up here because we only have a few tanks up here. But considering that we haven't found anything yet, which is extremely odd, it's like right there we spot our first target, which for this map usually there's a bunch of people up here. But I come over here to try to snipe, but I have to go over the ridge a little bit, and I'm trying to put shots into this ram, and I'm pretty sure these hit, but I'm not sure if they do damage or penetrate. So we'll have to look for that in the post-game stats. But right here I took a blind shot at the guy, you know, in case he came back over the hill, and I see a shot whiz in past me. And, you know, it's not actually for me, I'm guessing. Probably for someone behind me. And then that shot was directed at me though, so I pull back. There was another one. I'm going to say that those shots are coming from the Crusader because he's the only one that has that fast of a rate of fire, or two guys were shooting at me at once. And they just happened to shoot at the same spot. But I'm going to say it was the Crusader. And right here I let my binoculars and camouflage net activate, so that way I can see if I can spot any other guys out there. And now Colonel is deciding to go down the hill with our heavies, well, with our one heavy that we have up here, which I believe is our IS. So, you know, we're going down here, and right here he YOLOs it out. I go behind him because, you know, we're in T67s. We've got the speed, we can run in. Oh, there's actually a heavy and a medium down here. I didn't see that. That would be our IS-2 actually up there, if I remember correctly. because I run up here and he's taking shots from something in their base that he can't see. And right there we spot the
Target acquired.
what tank is that? Well, I take a little bit of damage,
Target released.
and since I don't seem to have the tank identifiers on it, then you know, kind of hard for me to figure that out. And right there I'm adjusting my volume in the corner because you know, it's a bit loud. And you know, I'm driving up here. I surprisingly get, oh, it was an M7, that's what it was. So I drive past the M7 into these bushes up in the corner. I'm actually expecting him to pursue me, and I'm telling Colonel right now that this guy's probably going to pursue me and I'm probably going to die. So I'm just hiding in the corner in the bush waiting for it. But then Colonel goes in, and I put that bush between me and the enemy base, and I lock onto the target using right click, and then he doesn't know where well, he knows where I am, he just doesn't really, he just can't find me. But our Easy 8 kills him, and I sit here not knowing if I've been spotted or not, because I do not yet have 6th sense on this tank. But right here, I know that that's a safe shot I can take because of all the cover that's between me and it. But I'm shooting at the back of an AT-8. I'm going to be lucky to even try to penetrate that. So right here, I'm sitting in the bush, waiting in case I've been spotted. I mean, I'm pretty sure artillery would have dropped a shell on me by now if I had been spotted. But in the heat of the moment, I wasn't thinking of that. I was just thinking of using what cover I could. And this upcoming moment is about to be probably the best thing I've ever done with camouflage in this game. You see these trees up here? Well, I'm careful not to knock that one down. And then there's this big patch of bushes here. And as you can see, I can see through them, but the enemy can't see me because I'm not through the bush. But since I'm less than 15 meters away, I can see through it. And right here, I've backed up to more than 15 meters away. That would be their IS. And I'm just calling in fire on him because I don't want to get spotted. But since I have this position, I can drive right up to this tree again. I'm being very cautious, mind you. You know, I just barely jump into it. I mean, I'm barely there to see through it. So I'm calling in fire on this guy now, in the Panther. And I think he spots me there, so I pull back, and I'm like, oh god, this isn't going to go well. But his gun's still pointing the other direction. So I come back here, and I'm waiting a little, waiting in case I've been spotted. But I'm pretty sure I'd be dead had I been spotted there, so I mean, I'm just being extra cautious because I'm the only guy back here, and if they want to, it's not going to be that hard to kill me, considering my only support is our artillery. And right here, I just back up a little, wait for my dispersion circle to close in, and I destroy the Panther. And now if that KV-85 knows anything, he knows I have to be pretty much on this side of the building, because how else could he have died? I'm a T67. But no one comes over here to investigate is the thing. And then their artillery kills our Wolverine, one of our Wolverines. And I'm still sitting here, knowing that artillery is fired. I can be a little bit more I can take a few more risks because artillery is probably the only one who's going to notice a tree getting knocked down. But the enemy team is mostly focusing on my guys across the way. And Colonel is telling the Easy 8 to come support me after I've told him to try to get the Easy 8 down here. And, I mean, the Easy 8's not really listening. You can't count on random teams.
Target acquired.
But right here, I pull back just enough. I lock onto the target with right click. He doesn't see where that shot comes from, interestingly. And then I kill him, and I'm just like, okay, don't want to knock the trees over. Be cautious. because I don't know if anyone else saw where that shot went, and you know, I want to be careful. But right here, I come out of cover, and that right there could have totally blown it had I not had, well, if I didn't have a very good crew on this that has good camouflage skills. So because of that, I don't get spotted. But I come back to the bush, and I'm just sitting here, and really, I'm doing what a light tank should be doing. And as you can see, the Easy 8 has moved up a grand total of 2 map squares. And I'm waiting for him to come out. But I'm wondering, what the hell are they shooting at? And then I put 2 and 2 together. And I'm telling Colonel right now, if I remember correctly, that they probably think I'm behind the dead IS-2. Because that's in the general direction of where the shots were coming from. So they probably think I'm hiding behind it. So, you know, they want to try to kill me. So they're just throwing random shots over there. And again, I'm guessing that's either the Crusader or the Wolverine. Right here, I make a risky move. And since I haven't spotted anything, I move up to the next tree. And there goes our Easy 8. But right here, I want to be able to put shots into whatever he spots without getting spotted. So I'm sitting here, I'm waiting, but the way he's doing this, he's basically just YOLOing it, and he's not really being cautious. So when he spots that KB-85 in the distance, and I start throwing some steel at the guy, it's just, yeah. When I start throwing shots at that guy, it's pretty much, I nearly kill him, but then our M12 kills him. And our guy dies to the Dicker Max because he sat in the open. Instead of backing up or staying by the building and being in cover, he did that. And now we spot their Wolverine over at our base, and the enemy artillery drowns himself. I don't know if he's thinking they're going to lose and being a scumbag, or if he's just not freaking smart, because he just drowns. There's no real explanation for why he did that. In fact, I discover his body here in a moment, I believe. Yeah, it's back there in the back. So I pop out, and right here I'm telling Colonel that I'm probably going to have to do this last little bit myself, because the team, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, which means that if I don't do something, we're probably not going to win. Oh, and right here, my team finally comes up. Bravo, team, bravo. I've been sitting behind enemy lines doing this, and you just grew a set of balls to come up here and do something. So I fire my first shot and miss, and then I come back around this corner of the building, waiting to fall off the radar. And I don't think I can actually take 2 shots, but I'm trying to not get seen by the Dicker Max. So I put 1 shot into him. I keep the right click lock on him, so that way I can just pop out and put another one into him. I know the Dicker Max has probably seen me on his mini-map, or just seen me in general. But now he's charging our SU-100, so, you know, he's charging the SU-100. I'm at a pretty good spot to put shots into this guy's side. But our SU-100 steals the kill, and sadly, I don't get the kill. But at any rate, we had a really good game, got 20,000 credits, 1,600 experience, finished second on damage done, first on experience earned, and made a pretty hefty profit of 18,000 without a premium account. But had I been running premium, I believe that is a 28,000. Yeah, 28,000 is what I would have made if I had been running premium. But because this tank is really cheap, I didn't need to shoot any premium ammunition, and I didn't take much damage, so my repair cost was really low. And I did a total of 1,473 damage, which was over a 13-minute game, which is one of the longer games you can get in World of Tanks. But that was pretty much it, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Give a like if you enjoyed the video, Leave a dislike if you didn't, and leave a comment below if you left a dislike about why you disliked the video. And if you have any feedback, you can post it on the World of Warships forum, in my thread, or in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Goodbye.